You are listening to the Lucha Central Podcast Network. And now, LuchaCentral.com presents Masks, Mats, and Mayhem.
I got a tool for you for free, you delicious little snack.
Oh, that ain't a snack, that's a whole fucking course.
Welcome to another edition of Masks, Mats, and Mayhem, hosted by @Byron Fever. Catch it.
Hey, what's up?
Now, here's your host, @Byron Fever.
Hey guys, I have important stuff to say about the show, and I'm not.
Shut the fuck up, Byron. You see, Byron Fever doesn't get to be the host. Professor Casey doesn't get to be the host. The Outlaw doesn't get to be the host. Meef, you don't get to be the host. Taz gets to be the host. Because you see, Justin wasn't going to be here on camera, so we decided to have someone with similar opinions on Sting host the show today. You see, and Justin is very silent because he's just another victim of the human suplex machine. You see, my reason for being here is real important, though. You see, we're recruiting for Team Taz right now. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, Team Taz, what's up with all the turmoil?
You see, I've been trying to recruit Christian Cage, and the reason for that is Excalibur. He told me that to have a successful stable, you need to have an orange man with a shitty hairline. And you see, for some reason, Hollywood Hogan told us he wouldn't join because of Powerhouse Hobbs, and he also said he wasn't too sure about me. So I don't even know what that means. All right, so let me introduce the host here. You see, we got Byron Fever over there, looking like he had a little too much of the gabagool. If you know what I'm saying, I don't even know what I'm saying. Underneath me is Meef from the Red Hook section of Falmouth, England, making scratchy sounds. It's driving me fucking nuts. And yeah, we got the Professor Casey, official member of Team Taz. We're calling him the Professor of Pain. And then down there we got the Outlaw, Cleveland Steamer. I think that's his new name. Beat me if you can. Survive if I let you.
You don't even wait for the words. You do it on the cartoon. You interrupt that.
Amazing.
Justin, where are you, and why aren't you hosting? How come we have to deal with a 4'5" orange?
I'm driving
Excuse me, 4'7", you motherfucker.
I'm driving through North Carolina. Hey, before I lose reception, I wanted to address a certain former Lucha Underground talent that has once again been let go. Because at first I was kind of feeling bad for her and feeling supportive of her.
Yeah.
And I'm speaking, of course, of Ivelisse. But then this motherfucker had to go and start trying to throw Thunder Rosa under the bus.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really, really jacked up. She started trying to bring up backstage stuff that's been settled, beefs that have been finished for a long time. We're talking 2 or 3 years. That's stuff that is no business of hers in the friggin' play. Just because she she feels like Thunder Rosa's taking her. Thunder Rosa wasn't. They faced off right at the beginning, and then the decision was made that they both had something to offer.
You're kind of cutting in and out.
And that what Ivelisse had to offer was with the Amante.
You're cutting. You're cutting in and out. You're cutting in and out. Can you?
At least great.
Okay.
Just another victim of the human reception machine.
All right. If it sounds like your reception's coming back, can you pick that up again about how Ivelisse and Thunder Rosa were getting sort of tryouts or looked at the same time, and then perhaps Ivelisse was a bit upset that Thunder Rosa got a higher placement after being looked at? Is that what you're saying?
I don't even think that was. I don't think that was the case. They were both.
Yeah.
They were.
Okay, we lost Justin. He'll pop back in, and he'll definitely have something to say about that. I also think that it's just incredibly Bush League. I think if you're Ivelisse, you definitely everywhere you go prove that you're a talent and good in the ring, but you have this albatross of a reputation. And the way to salvage it is not by proving to everyone that you're hard to get along with. Also, the whole thing stems from this one match where Ivelisse didn't sell a rest submission hold or something that she thought was during a commercial break. And I think it just came down to that. I think she was frustrated and just thought she wasn't on TV for that break and made a mix-up. And you could get past that easily. And somehow she's found a way to keep that following her. And
well, my point before was like, look, they faced off early on. They had a little bit of beef. So what? They found a place for Ivelisse in the tag division. She was at the top of it. Her and Diamante were doing great. It had nothing to do with Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa was completely out of her sphere of influence. They had completely separate trajectories, and they both had found a home in AEW, and they were both doing great. There's no reason to be trying to throw somebody else under the bus on the way out the door. There's just no reason for it. It's garbage. She's a garbage person. That was a garbage tactic, and I think all of her statements were completely garbage too, and everybody knows the truth. And, I was backing her up, and I had even talked to some promoters about trying to pick her up. By the way, all of those promoters said, no way. They said, there's no way in hell we would work with her. And we're talking like not even major stuff. Like she's not even going to be able to get on the indies. She's going to have a hard time finding work of any kind. And you know what? Good. Because she's garbage.
Yeah. It's
fucker.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. Like what everyone else involved did the right thing where there was something in the match and it looked like there was a little bit of heat. So then everyone, the company, Thunder Rosa, and to an extent, Ivelisse moved into let's make money off of it. And then they booked a follow-up match that was heated and everyone paid attention to. But nothing makes sense. Like she's bringing up stuff no one cares about anymore. She's also just whatever. You can't talk sense to her. Look at the conversation she's having on Twitter with people defending any of her position.
Meatloaf,
what's up?
He's playing with his dick, Justin.
Anyway, so yeah. So
sounds painful.
Okay, so Meef, I guess Meef is you're not. Are you?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay, yeah, this is a show where people get together and listen. Okay, Casey, does Taz have more stuff to say?
Okay.
You were talking, so I was letting you talk. I was being nice to you.
Thanks for interrupting me, Justin. You know that Taz never interrupts nobody. Beat me if you can. Survive if I let you. Right. I cannot confirm or deny the rumors that Ivelisse foughts like Francine, and that's the reason that she was removed from ringside.
Another thing that went down recently that should be addressed.
All I'm saying, Byron, is those pants she wears in Lucha Underground were normal pants until she farted. With the little holes.
There's a lot of holes. Well,
a lot of holes.
Athletes have a high protein diet, so So that was one release that perhaps, according to some people, was extremely, according to I guess everyone except for one person that you ask, was warranted. There was another release on what's become another set of releases on what's becoming annual holiday, kind of like. Is it tax day?
No, you see, it's Taz Day because Team Taz He's looking to make some pickups coming. Remember when we kidnapped Samoa Joe and tattooed a dick on his face?
Yeah.
It's coming. This time it's gonna have some big hairy balls.
This time it will be coming when they draw it on.
You know what I would do? So if somehow you're listening to this show but don't know what happened in wrestling last week, because this is Tuesday, obviously, or Wednesday or Thursday, whenever you're listening to it, on April 15th, which is tax day, for the second year in a row, WWE released a whole bunch of talented superstars that they were not using.
And Mojo Rawley.
And Mojo Rawley.
Yeah.
So, which some of it's kind of messed up because Wesley Blake was one of them. Him and the other guy, who both seemed sort of reasonable, in that Forbidden Forgotten Sons, whatever the Southern Confederate flag gimmick. They both pretty much just lost their gigs because the third guy, Riker, not to be confused with the Riker from Star Trek: The Next Generation, who we all love and admire. Number one. This guy is definitely you guys ready for this? Number 2.
Oh!
So that guy
is a piece of shit. Wow. That guy still has a fucking job, though. He's an employed piece of shit, right?
Not only that, he's on TV and programs because he sabotaged the gimmick they already had, got taken off, and then the other guys lose their job, and he comes back with a better spot. Anyway, that guy sucks. But other people released: Samoa Joe, Billy Kay, Peyton Royce, Mickey James, Chelsea.
Don't be joking me!
Right?
Sorry.
No, it's well warranted. Chelsea Green, Tucky, Kalisto, Bo Dallas, which makes sense. Can we
draw attention to Byron already trying to make best friends with Tucker on Twitter?
Dude, he's awesome. Yeah. I loved Heavy Machinery, man. I thought
he's making lemonade.
You saw this,
Byron?
No.
Byron.
Yeah.
As much as a Mickey James fan as I am and Samoa Joe fan, am I wrong to only really care about Kalisto and Chelsea Green landing anywhere? I don't know if I care about these other people landing anywhere.
Okay, well, you're wrong. And I'll tell you why, Justin. Because Samoa Joe might. Oh, Samoa Joe.
Mojo.
More like Samoa Trash.
He's fat.
He's fat. He might be able to wrestle again. Maybe people look other ways for concussions. So I think he's another one to add to your list, Justin.
Considering WWE injured him in making an advert.
Yeah, but here's my thing about Samoa Joe. I loved Samoa Joe, especially with his Impact run. I loved the very beginning of what they did with him at WWE. But at the same time, I appreciate what the guy's already done, and for his own health, I don't need to see him out there because he's not a guy that I imagine if he gets back in the ring is going to take.
Oh no, kill himself.
He's going to be going crazy in there. He's going to look like the human suplex machine Taz. He's going to go off, and I just don't. For his own sake, I don't know if I, as a fan, need to see that. I like the guy, and I think he had a great career, and I respect all of it. I don't know if we need more Samoa Joe.
With that in mind, I definitely need more Samoa Joe, selfishly. But yeah, to your point, maybe he doesn't need to be giving it. Maybe that's not the best thing for him to be doing. I think he's the perfect guy, though, to go that route of being signed by Impact and picking up the occasional AEW TV dates.
New Japan.
Well, no, then that's where Justin's point. He's in a wheelchair 2 years. I would love him in the G1, just crushing fools. That would be great.
Yeah, just kill Juice Robinson. I mean, do we really need Juice Robinson? Just kill him.
Do, but we need Juice Robinson. Just needs to be let to his own devices in the ring. He needs to cut all the promos and
needs to stop stealing Tugboat's taunts.
Well, and maybe he's paying tribute.
Maybe he does wear captain hats sometimes. So maybe
But Professor the Lucha Gringo, what is your opinion on Kalisto? He had, before he got signed, he was at a certain level, and he had potential, and he had a certain excitement to him. Where is he at now? What as a luchador from WWE, who it wasn't really established? when he got
he's gonna be Samurai del Sol again too. He can't be Kalisto. So yeah, I'm cool with that. I mean, he won't land in AEW because clearly he's afraid of Pentagon. That's why he left AAA and ran to WWE as soon as that feud started.
They gave him the Octagon Junior mask, and he's like,
no, sorry.
As soon as the second part, when they're like, and that's who you're going to face, and they saw Pentagon Junior, that's when he's like, hold on a second, I need to crap my pants right now, and then when I'm done with that, I'm going to tell you that I quit and I'm leaving the country.
Maybe they can get him to like wear a shirt that says Tango Miedo, and maybe they can have him worked in. No, it sucks because of all of the Lucha House Party people I wanted to get released, it was him. Like, I think he's awesome, and I think he's a great worker, but shit, I wish it was Dorada, not because, and I'm talking about Grand Metalik, not Dorada. Oh, I'm talking about Mascara Dorada.
For his own sake.
Yeah, because he can do like anything anywhere else. Not because I want him to lose his job, but just because he can do anything anywhere else.
Yeah. And he's at that spot in the career where he could still go fast, do a lot of the high flying stuff. He doesn't have the mileage on him that Kalisto might have. Kalisto's
pretty young though still, so I think he's got a lot of good shit ahead of him. He's just got to find the right place.
I hope so. Do you remember, by the way,
ring shape?
While I'm sort of crapping on Kalisto, I do want to bring up that WrestleMania moment that he had where he did off the top of the ladder, that move where he was trying to just break his tailbone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this goes to show you can butt fuck yourself with a ladder.
Oh no,
and still get released.
It's that move. It's like
the Salida del Sol.
Salida del Sol. Yeah, that was dope. I hope you're right. That makes me feel good that he has.
No, I like him. I think he has good moves. I think he's, if he's ever comes up in universe mode, I play as him and give him a couple wins,
Nice. That's very nice of you, man.
Yeah, got to give him that little push, man. Can't have him fucking job out to like
Mojo Rawley,
Lars Sullivan.
Oh God.
Yeah, the game started a cruiserweight title feud. Cruiserweight title feud, by the way. Cruiserweight 205 between Lars Sullivan and Keith Lee.
Nice.
Yeah. Game's broke as shit.
Okay.
Keith Lee. I made sure. Come on.
All right. So what do you think, though, about Mojo Rawley going to No, I'm just kidding.
Look, athletically,
I hope he goes to New Japan and they
can kill him. If he went to New Japan USA, they can make him good. I don't think he will, but he has like great athletic skill. Dude's got like mad speed. He's got like a 30-something inch vertical leap. Like, he's a good athlete. He just has to be given a gimmick that he's either as fucking weird as he is in real life and it actually comes off.
Yeah.
And then he would be awesome and everyone would love him. Because I feel like that hype bro shit was like 10% Mojo because they were afraid to do 100%. I think somebody should do 100% and just have him bother fucking everyone. But I would love it.
That's kind of juice. Though.
Yeah, but he wears Zubas and he puts like 69s on everything. Like, I think he's one of my people in real life. Like, I think Mojo and me would be bros probably. Like, I just don't like him wrestling.
That's a super hot take.
he probably likes trauma movies, or if he hasn't, like, I could show him Toxic Avenger and get him to watch it, I bet.
Yeah, no, that's a fair point. He seems to be universally liked. Probably this generation's Steve. I don't know if we could say it, Mongo McMichaels, perhaps.
Yeah, everyone loved Mongo. He couldn't work for shit, but they liked hanging out with him.
My favorite part about Mongo is that he looked like his knees were going to break anytime he was standing or running, and yet they decided to give him a tombstone power driver as a finish. So, like, every match that he was going to win was potentially someone's last match, which is fun. But lastly on this, so I think some of the big potential changes in career, like upswings that we could have, you have the Iconics. They definitely have been on the cusp of something, but they haven't ever been super legit in the ring presented that way.
Yeah, but they kind of aren't good wrestlers, but they're fucking hilarious. And
I feel like, yeah,
you got to capitalize on that, right? Like,
right. Yeah, I think they're
TV sport.
I think they could get to be solid. I mean, I think they definitely have it in them to want to do well in the ring. So
they've been wrestling. Billy Kay's been wrestling like 14 years or something, and still sucks.
I wouldn't call wrestling for WWE like wrestling that makes you feel like makes you get better when you're on the main shows, because you're hard, especially no house shows the past year, and like these two, they're lucky to be working 3 minutes a week. Once they get to the main shows.
I don't think that 14 years was accurate, but it's a long time.
Yeah. But Chelsea Green, though, this is something Justin and I talked about, and Justin, chime in if you want. This move, her getting released is probably, it sucks because you want to work for a company that, you know, if you want to choose to work for WWE, you want to work for the company and they pay you well and you get great benefits, and it's usually a steady, reliable career for as long as you could stay there. And so it sucks to lose that. Great health insurance for, you know, doctors, but she's Canadian,
bro. She's got health insurance.
That's true. But they did not do anything with her in NXT, and they didn't do anything with her in WWE, even aside from the injuries. Justin,
I mean, like, to me, Chelsea had little moments here and there, and like clearly it looked like they were thinking about pushing her, you know, but just a series of bad events, you know, a string of bad luck, literally, I think led to her not getting the push. But also, I think that, you know, Chelsea is going to do better somewhere else. You know, AEW, I think, could really use her, though Britt Baker is very similar character-wise in a lot of ways, which could be an issue.
They're homies, though.
You know, yeah, but I think that, and maybe even team them up. I don't know. I think that she also understands the TV game better than a lot of the women outside of WWE. So I can't see her not being an asset somewhere. And I feel like she goes anywhere else, she's at the top of the women's program. Whereas at WWE, for the next 4 years or so, she would not be at the top of the program. You know, She doesn't do she's not a very strong or powerful in-ring performer, which would make it a little bit difficult for her. And you know, these other women have more years on her. They have more seniority on her. You know, she'd be kind of in the Riot Squad vein of being good and being entertaining on TV, but not somebody that would really get a huge push or moment because it wouldn't fit at WWE. But that kind of thing, I think she would fit great at AEW especially. And I think they really could use her and three more like her for that matter, to the point where I don't know if Tessa's landed somewhere yet or not, but even as much of not being a fan of Tessa's as I am in a lot of ways, I kind of pick her up at AEW too, just because they need it. They need
the question
right now to make it exciting.
Yeah.
The question is, does she go there though when her fiance is in Impact and it's right next to her house all the time? But I guess, you know, they're probably right next. Oh no, they got to travel for Impact. AEW's right next to their house.
But there's tons of Impact people.
And Deanna's her best friend and neighbor. You know, like there's a lot of people she's cool with in Impact that can make her time there easy. And her best character in wrestling. Yeah. And she was super over as Laurel Van Ness. And that was a great fucking character. So maybe she could go back to being Laurel Van Ness if she goes there.
Say what you will about Impact. And also there's that Forbidden Door where she can sign there and then go and do a program with AEW to fill in, you know, temporarily. But say what you will about Impact, but they have had pretty consistently a decent to good women's division. And at times, sometimes they have the best.
She was posting pictures being the hot mess again in case.
Good gimmick.
I think she takes that everywhere because the WWE, it also looked like WWE did not know how to present her or what character like they had to give her a character. They didn't want her to do that. So then like she shows up as like Charlotte 2.0 or something, you know, or, you know, she sort of did the Robert Stone gimmick for a minute and then bailed on it.
She did Emma as well, didn't she? As well.
The
Emma's gimmick of sitting on the, you know, when Emma came back and they decided to say she was going to be this gorgeous lady sat by a pool.
Oh, when she was going to get called Emmalina and they dropped it like the next week. Yeah.
But they've done that with everyone. And I think that's just a dead gimmick. Like you can't.
You guys remember the dance? The
I totally see Impact as being a good spot for her to land. But I feel though, for her and her career trajectory, she would want to take a step up, or at least like from the last real gig that she had, not the WWE stuff, but like she'll want to do AEW to have a better TV deal, to be in a bigger company than Impact. But who knows? Maybe she has the star power to kind of work out a deal to do both.
I think it's great that when running down her career and how great she was in the Observer this week, Dave totally forgot she was in Lucha Underground and had that banger match with Pentagon, which sucks. Yeah.
That's another thing. She got released, and then there is a contingent of people that are like, you know, she needs to get her pin back from Penta. Book it. But AEW doesn't book intergender matches, and I think we should take a quick break. But then when we come back, I got a text from Justin, who was watching NXT. He was almost flabbergasted. Like, is NXT doing the first real intergender match that I've seen in forever?
Kushida versus Phantasma?
Right. So let's get into that after the break. Or maybe Meef can take some sedatives before we start talking about the Phantasma stuff too. So this is where I'm not going to get creepy like other people on the show and throw to Denise at the Lucha Central. Tell us what's up this week.
You moved your eyes too much. You made it creepy.
Hey everyone, it's Denise Salcedo here in Lucha Central with a reminder of where and when to catch all of the great network content this week. Get the full lineup and listen to all of our shows in the podcast network section of luchacentral.com. Sundays on the Lucha Central Facebook page, world-traveled shooter of the camera kind, Jerry Villagrana goes mano a mano with a fellow photographer to throw down about some of their favorite photos they have taken at Lucha Libre events. Monday, Business of the Business returns as Mass Republic President Kevin Kleinrock takes you inside how your favorite Lucha Libre merchandise gets made. On Tuesdays, Mass, Mats, and Mayhem takes you inside the world of Lucha Underground as they take you weekly through the series with the benefit of hindsight and the benefit of special guests from the groundbreaking series. Check out the premiere video stream every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern on the Lucha Central YouTube channel and at luchacentral.com. Then listen to it on your favorite podcast platform every Wednesday. Tuesday nights live, it's Wrestle Boss, where Fabi Chulo talks MMA and pro wrestling with special guests and listener call-ins. Visit WrestleBossLive.com Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Pacific to listen live or call in with questions or download the show on podcast platforms on Wednesdays. Wednesday nights live on Facebook, it's Spanish show La Mesa de los Márgaros, giving you both the news and the chisme from around the lucha world. Special guests and a whole lot of fun make it one of the most talked about shows in Mexico. Thursdays, it's Straight Out of the Bodega with Papo Esco and PWR promoter Gabriel Ramirez, as they have guests from throughout the wrestling world pull up to give an inside look into their careers. From indie standouts to television superstars, each week brings a new name and perspective. On Friday, it's your double dose of Lucha Central Weekly podcast, one in English y el otro en español. Lucha Central Weekly is where you'll find all the top stories of the week, both inside and out of the ring from Mexico and anywhere luchadores are in action across the globe. Be sure to subscribe and follow all your favorite Lucha Central Network series on your favorite podcast platforms, either by their own series name or subscribe to the Lucha Central Podcast Network show pages to get all of the shows in one easy feed. And please consider giving a rating to help more fans find the shows that you love. For now, this is Denise Salcedo signing off from Lucha Central Central. Have a great week.
Meef, what are you working on there?
The wallet. So this is where your cash goes in. And cards.
Thanks for tuning in to the premiere. This is What a Wallet Is podcast, Masks, Mayhem. That does look really cool. I'm glad we also know how to use the wallet. It's always useful. Someday, some of us will have a job again, and we'll have.
Could we call it the Prison Wallet Podcast? The PWP?
They're called Meef wallets. It's part of Lucha Leather. Go to at Lucha Leather or at Leather Lucha for more information.
Wallet
I changed it after Casey told me.
Wonderful. But we all know what a Meef wallet means. So,
Meef Lorf
from the Red Hook district of Falmouth. All right, so Justin.
Yo.
What's up with NXT with that intergender match? Was it a real intergender match? What's going on?
Yeah, 100% it was. It was The Way versus Ember and Shotzi with Dexter Loomis and the Human Kaiju.
Bronson.
It was actual, Bronson. Reed. Bronson Pinchot.
One of them. That just played safe. They both
get out of the city.
The Human Kaiju. No, look, it was.
What'd you call it?
It was real. It was mixed wrestling. It wasn't intergender because in WWE, intergender is men can only wrestle the men, women can only wrestle the women, which I never understood. And why are they not two separate matches? How is that a match that makes any kind of sense?
Because they book TV segments,
whatever.
not matches.
No, it was fun. They still had to have a love story angle with Indy Hartwell being taken off by Dexter Loomis. They just couldn't resist that there had to be some kind of male-female sexual dynamic in this
cool.
match,
Can they take her off of TV?
As is the way.
But I did
permanently.
Really? Do you guys really hate on Indy Hartwell? I don't mind her at all. I don't think she's the greatest wrestler ever, but I think she's got a decent character. I think
she needs to learn to fucking catch.
Yeah,
she's got to learn how to catch.
Yes.
I think she needs to learn how to catch. I think she blew the dive, but also what I didn't complain about last week was she also blew the Eclipse last week too. So, however,
which means you'd blow the stunner, the most simple move. You just fall and die. Come on.
But also, it was
or you do the rock.
It was an Eclipse on two people, and it's also harder from the top rope. But I do dig her character stuff, and I did think that was a really cool moment when she was being carried away by Dexter. It did the wink to the camera. I thought that was nice. It is what it is. It was corny, it was cheesy, but that sometimes corny, cheesy is fun.
I didn't mind it. I just me doing it, but at the same time, I didn't mind it. It was fine, and it was a good match coming out of a big week for the reset to go into kind of the next segment of NXT. But let me jump back to the beginning with Cross. I liked a lot of what Cross did, but I found it odd when he was kind of feeding off the crowd. It was yes, you've given this speech in your mind 10 million times, except it was in front of 14,000 people in an arena, and you're in front of 14 people in the CWC. And I thought it was kind of weird him waiting on the crowd or doing an applause break. And, we've talked about it before, too. I wasn't necessarily a huge fan of him going into, the growly voice stuff. I like his more maniacal promos. I like when he seems more like the, the sadistic, soft-spoken, laughing at you kind of, killer vibe as opposed to the, angry monster character. But I feel like
Justin, I want to interrupt real quick. Meef brought up a great point. How do you think, because let's travel back a year or so ago before certain people signed in some places. How do you think things would be going right now if perhaps Cross, instead of NXT, signed with AEW and took Lance Archer's spot with Jake the Snake Roberts?
I think that if Cross was in AEW, he would have left AEW by now, and he'd still be in NXT right now, just not the champion.
First it was one every night, then it was two at a time, then it was two at a time with toys. Then you just can't go home and back to your wife after that. That's beyond the mat joke. Thank you.
That's true. That's a good point. But what do you think, though? Because you're talking about his promos, and for me, like, we talk about this all the time. His character, and maybe it's a subtle thing for us because we look at it so closely, but it seems to be all over the place week to week. And going into the go home to WrestleMania promos and the press conference, he was legit and he was focused. His character was focused in doing something that made him look good and different. But like,
I don't think that press conference was scripted. I think that's the difference.
Yeah.
I don't think that press conference was scripted. I think that was, hey, Cross, go out there, and talk a little smack on Finn. And he was able to do whatever he wanted to do. And I think when left to his own devices, he's going to do the more subtle hitman, American Psycho version of the Cross character. And I think when he goes to TV, he's an affable guy that knows how to play the game in the back, and they're going to come at him with something. And unless it offends his sensibilities in some fashion, he's just going to go out there in front of the cameras and try to do it the way that they've instructed him to in the back. Because I know for a fact that he's still trying to learn, so he has a lot of trust and faith in their process. Doesn't mean that he won't protect himself. Doesn't mean that he won't speak up for himself. But unless he feels like there's a need to, he's going to go out there and do whatever he's instructed to do because he feels like that's him learning from some of the best guys in the business who are backstage at NXT. So if they told him to go out there and get fired up and show some anger and some fire, and that's what they wrote for him, then that's what he's going to do.
Hey, Kevin, before you go out there, there's something I need you to do. How do you feel about a puking gimmick, Kevin? Oh. No, we got to find out what he would say no to. Okay, so,
I definitely,
dancing gimmick, dancing Cross.
I mean, that is
crisscross.
That is the thing with WWE.
Hey, pal, how do you feel about wearing your clothes backwards?
We're like,
I think that's the next gimmick. Comes out.
I don't think the kids these days would get that. Hey, tweet us.
Vince just learned about crisscross last week, dog.
Yeah, tweet us at MMM Show 75 if you know what or who crisscross is.
And don't say Bliss Cross applesauce. Get the fuck out of here. Don't even listen to this podcast.
Yeah. Just ban yourself from our social media. If that don't actually, we want everyone to listen. We have t-shirts to sell.
Teespring.com/Bazooka Casey. Thank you.
Yeah, that is interesting. I mean, it is. I mean, it certainly makes a lot of sense that when you go to a new company that's so established as WWE with all these highly regarded coaches, you give the teaching to you a lot of benefit of the doubt, especially if you are as new to that platform, that level as Cross is. I just wish.
Well, I mean, look, I think he knows the Killer Cross gimmick. No one can tell him the best version of the Killer Cross gimmick, but he's not the Killer Cross gimmick. He's Karrion Kross now.
Yeah.
Which is a cross between this kind of mystical thing with Scarlet, and they're trying to do a slightly more demonic overtone to him, and they want him to be more of a monster character, at least for NXT. I think once he goes up to the main card, they'll chill that down because up at the main card, he's not that much physically bigger than anybody there. He's about the same size as all those guys. So, I think that'll tone down. But while he's in NXT, it makes sense for him to play more of a monster. So I think that he's got to just kind of listen to those guys and keep his fingers crossed. Like, they put the strap on him, so what's he going to do? Complain?
Right. Yeah, but
dude, we got to see him wrestle Aleister Black. Hurry up. Fuck.
Yeah, before they might be bringing him back. Was he?
No,
I'm saying before he gets released.
Oh, right. But I heard that I read somewhere on the Twitter, obviously, so it's a confirmed fact that they're starting to film Aleister Black vignettes to bring him back, which cool. So you're going to do that and do 2 weeks of him on TV, then drop him again. So I guess he'll have something to do, see his friends for a little bit. One thing that stood out to me with Cross is that he has this great looking NXT championship belt over his shoulder that fits him perfectly. And back when Keith Lee did his brief NXT run, they made a new NXT belt that was bigger. And we thought it was for Cross when we got word of that. But then Keith Lee won it. And then Cross took it off of Keith Lee. His shoulder got messed up, and then Finn became champ. And Finn, was where
it was for Cross even back then.
Keith Lee was purely transitional.
Keith Lee was a switch up in the back that they wanted to do temporarily, and he was always supposed to drop to Cross and then go up. But that the new belt was made for Cross.
And it's great to see it back on his shoulder. Definitely makes sense to use the regular midweight NXT championship belt with Finn. If you have the money to spend, it's proportionally better for Finn. But I love seeing the big heavyweight. I got a prediction,
Byron.
What's up?
Byron, I got a prediction. $5 says that next year at WrestleMania, you see Cross versus Orton at WrestleMania, not on NXT, on the big show. I'm calling it. Next year, WrestleMania, Cross versus Randy Orton.
You guys want to know my prediction?
What?
My prediction is pain. Oh, right in reach. Come on, Rocky reference. Come on.
I think, I don't know about predictions. I think that would be a fantastic program for Cross, and Randy Orton is probably looking for something to do that he hasn't done for the past 30 years. But that's another program that's going to get Cross he'll have a better character at the end of it. Like, he'll have a better understanding of his WWE carrying Cross character, and his producers will have a better understanding of it. And also, like, he'll be going against Randy Orton, who's like legit 6'4", like he's bigger than Cross. So like,
I don't get this carrying Cross thing. I see him walking out and he's not carrying shit. Maybe we should have him carry a big cross around like Chemo. Pal.
Hey, how about Tommy Jeever's Happy Easter tweet?
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to call it a symbol.
All right, should we
I think that for Randy Orton, like, look, Randy Orton, he's done the Legend Killer thing, and he's been saying it for a while that he's looking to be that elder statesman in WWE. He's looking to try to help establish some of the new younger guys and help put them over. But there's not really anybody for him to do that. They talked about doing a thing with him and Elias for a little while, or some of these other guys, but I think that Randy will get up for Cross more. I think he'll be more excited to do a bit with Cross. And I predict that as they don't have anything for Randy come the second half of the year and he still wants to go next year, he's going to be the one clamoring to get Cross pulled up for something big.
We need chapter 47 of the Fiend Saga, the lore that all the fans are after. We're going to have an even bigger box next year.
Hey-o. No, the Fiend stuff is genius because you're basically getting main event program out of people without them having to take bumps.
Speaking of big box, I'd like to wish somebody the best in their future endeavors.
Oh, God. All right. So here's another thing that happened. What?
They sabotaged the entire Fiend program to sell a Alexa Bliss Lily doll.
Yeah.
I'm totally disturbed by that. Like, I thought it was going great. I said great stuff about Alexa, but now it's basically just so they can sell a demonic doll. What the heck? Holy Biohazard babies.
You're just moving merch. If you can make money without taking a bump, you're winning in the business.
You see, these dipshits paid $800 for a fucking mask that was just burnt.
Well, what? They did? What about the Fiend when he was the champion and he had a Fiend belt that was custom made?
Well, Byron, you're a belt mark. Where's yours, pal?
I didn't get that crap.
Not that price, Jesus Christ.
You goddamn son of a bitch.
I get the handheld. I mean, the handmade one being so expensive because of the craft and everything, but the demand just wasn't there for it. And then when they made the cheap replica versions of it, still, who wants that? Like, the Fiend is still brand new.
There's enough edgelords out there, and some of them are listening, that think the Joker is the best character in fucking literature. And they'll call it literature. Dude, you underestimate the edgelord audience in professional wrestling.
That's true. I could see somehow, if you're wandering through life and you're concerned that you might accidentally get laid somewhere along the way, getting one of those belts will keep you safe.
Yeah, no one. I mean, especially if you have it on at the time that you're trying to penetrate someone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The safest thing to do is to have one that you wear, but also have one like at the room, like on the door, hanging from the door of your bedroom. So that way, in case, like, let's just say it's, the first one doesn't work, you have the backup to just make sure it never happens.
I mean, we got that Drago mask behind you doing the same shit.
That Drago mask is
that's pure pussy.
Hey, Byron.
Yeah, dude. What's up?
Byron,
what's up?
How come you didn't talk about the other big match on NXT, the one that Meef wanted to talk about?
I'm trying to get to
shit.
It.
Byron, first, I don't watch NXT.
Justin, this is why.
I don't watch NXT, okay? That much. I'll watch Cross's matches and then I'll call it a day usually. But I do want to say, I've been catching up, and I really want to say that I'm glad that there's a cruiserweight champion that can finally bring dignity to the belt that's been missing for a long time. The personification of work rate, charisma, and just handsomeness. It's just handsomeness. What time is it? It's crank time because Kushida is champion. It is crank time, Meef. Crank time.
Time splitters.
Yeah, time to split our dicks open, beating it so hard to Kushida's championship win. This is a start of the episode.
So, I mean, once Kushida threw out the Liger taunt mid-match, you knew that Santos Escobar was done for. To tee this off for me, Santos Escobar, the newly crowned undisputed Cruiserweight 205 champion of the world, put out an open challenge because he is a man of class, dignity, and competition. And what happened was Kushida came out and challenged him. Meef, would you like to take it from here?
And Meef, how many cruiserweight title replicas did you?
Voice.
No, Byron. We need to find out the more important question: how many cruiserweight title replicas he ordered before this match?
Is it?
No.
Is it?
Okay, good.
Oh man,
I don't want this. I don't want the belt. I want the little discs. I really want the plates. They're really cool.
The plates.
Yeah, you can get those. Yeah, that's a lot more reasonable.
They don't have them.
What?
There's a reason. There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
It's insane. They don't. You could get.
They're like, let's just skip straight to the Kushida plates.
Yeah,
that's
probably.
Weird.
I'll cry then.
But yeah,
it's very strange booking.
How so?
Yeah, how?
As in Kushida can't win a single match to save his life.
I'm pretty sure he just won the one that counts.
Yeah.
He did win this one.
And you had Santos Escobar win and become undisputed, and he lost it the next week.
You know what's interesting?
5 days.
Is there, on social media, there's been this trend and on this show of Meef saying that Kushida only beats the most horrible of people.
Oh, so
that is also true.
If that's the case, then
don't say that. Okay.
She's terrible. She's terrible.
I have a real question though, Meef. Have you talked to Mr. Santos Escobar at all? Because when watching,
did you offer your condolences? At least
I have not actually sent him a message since it happened.
Are you making him that wallet as a
get? It really looked like the finish. it looked like the finish was sent in to the ref.
Yes.
And I really wonder if either him or Kushida actually knew that finish was coming. I don't know if he knew he was going to drop.
I haven't seen the match yet, so I need to.
Are you gonna watch
check it out?
Yeah, he tried watching it once. He couldn't see it through the tears in his eyes.
It's a great match. I thought. I mean, highlights of the match for me were Kushida obviously does that armbar over the head suplex. He did it off the top rope, and then he did it again regular. That was super dope. But Santos did this really great spot where he had like the wheelbarrow, whatever. He had grabbed the little guy by his legs, and then swung him head first into the steps. Then held on, carried him up, and did a lion tamer on top of the steps with the head just crunched in the stairs. That was great. That was fantastic.
You know, mistake number one, submissions aren't legal outside of the ring.
But it's part of his Lucha Libre tradition. I personally think that this match, they definitely, on commentary, built it up that like there was an excuse. Like Santos Escobar was weakened from his match, even though Kushida also wrestled and lost the same day.
Yeah.
But
it wasn't a ladder match, though.
That's true. It's like he was worn down and he was being admirable, doing sort of face type stuff to like do a challenge, even though he should take time to recover. And then he got caught with a roll up. So,
yeah, there was another great spot that Santos did during the match where he left his shoulders down for a 3 count.
Did you see the 3.5 count on NXT Takeover? Was it? There's a gif of it going around where someone takes a 3.5 count. Yeah. Oh, is it Io Shirai?
It was in a women's match, but I can't remember.
Yeah, it was Shirai.
She didn't kick out.
Yeah, she's gonna have fun on the main roster. Oh,
well, he did the thing that referees usually hit the mat. They kind of do a count to say they're gonna start, so they always do a 4 technically.
Right.
So wait, question. Meef, do you think this title loss is because they're moving him up to the main roster?
No, not the main roster. I think it's going to be a North American. I think his time with NXT will be slowly working him through it. You know, Cross is destined to go on to WrestleMania, I'd imagine, next year. At least the main roster for the Royal Rumble, I think. So I think Santos Escobar's time will be going after the North American Championship, winning that, and then maybe next kind of summerish time, or maybe, you know, next Takeover weekend, WrestleMania, it'll be the main title.
Do you feel like we didn't get your thoughts on the cool figure coming out? Did we talk about that last week?
No, we didn't. Yeah, I tried to, but Byron was being Byron.
Talk about it.
Dude, it's a great figure. It looks beautiful, and he's got a masked head, which is like really cool. Yeah,
a mask that I own.
Yes.
Or do I own it?
No, I own it.
I forgot which one it was, so I'm just throwing it out.
Oh, it's the white one that.
Yeah, but it's from the championship winning match.
Oh, I have the white one that he headbutted Drake Maverick with.
Yeah, the next weekend one.
Yeah, still it's a good one. It's too bad that but sank him in.
It's nice that you guys can afford all these masks and nice things. Dicks.
Yeah, I don't get wrestling figures.
Meef, though, before we move on to the next thing, which we should probably, I mean, there's a lot of stuff we should probably do, but anyways, do you think, though, I really think that Santos Escobar should be one of the surprise entrants in the next Royal Rumble?
Oh yeah,
I don't think it should wait as long.
I'd rather whatever they're going to do with him be taken with a very long thought process and not fucked up, because we've seen many a person go up onto that and So
Shinsuke. Don't Shinsuke him is what you're saying?
Don't
any of them. There's quite a long list, let's be honest.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. It's a lot of people. God. I
don't know. I think Shinsuke got a great deal out of WWE.
He did it first.
He got some. Yeah, no.
There's a good year and a half, wasn't there? I think I would say.
And he won the Royal Rumble, which was sweet.
Yeah.
he's got some programs, but also like here's a guy who worked himself like to the bone, like his New Japan stuff. He was one of the guys who had to do the real MMA fights when they were on a kick for doing that, and he's not an MMA fighter. So that's shortening his career. That's a lot more damage. And so he does his thing, and he, has this great match with Ibushi, that's full of just kicking each other as hard as they can in the head and neck drops and this and that. But then, he does some stuff, but WWE, he's been there for a while, and he's just surfing like every day, living life, not feeling awful. Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Hey, dude likes to surf.
Yeah.
He's got the Don Morocco life, which was like exactly what he did. He just surfed, didn't give a fuck. When he needed money, he went back and wrestled for a little bit, came back and go surfing.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet.
Like elections, he's bound to have some business interest in Japan or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'd imagine.
I want to know what you guys think of the Adam Cole match.
Nothing. I didn't watch it. I don't care about Adam Cole.
No,
I was just going to want to talk to you about some toy news, brother.
Well, why don't we talk about toy news after the break? So I think we're all in agreement right now that the Kyle O'Reilly Adam Cole match was really good. I watched it with Justin. I did like the extra, and we talked about it on last week and stuff, but I did like the extra footage I think we saw this week where they both are being wheeled out on a gurney, and Kyle O'Reilly's just like sitting still. Like he's still in the less is more sort of mode, just looking hard and badass, being wheeled out after he just won. And he's still mad. And Adam Cole's just screaming like, "You ain't shit," blah, 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 the whole time. And then Regal is just walking behind them as they're being wheeled out, just like just like the parent with the two kids causing trouble.
Dude. By the way,
a
great idea for WWE is they make a movie with Karrion Kross, right?
Yeah.
And they call it Carry On Cross, and it's like the British comedies from the 70s.
I have seen those movies. Wasn't there a Carry On Dracula?
I do believe so. Kyron up the Kaiser,
Yeah, I understood that reference. Byron didn't because he doesn't know shit about movies.
I get that reference. And I do think WWE Films needs to start working more on their dry British comedy wing of releases.
Oh, it's not dry.
It's not. Well,
it's not.
That was a test.
It's very much 70s tits and
Yeah, it's horny comedy, bro.
That's
horny
a test.
Yeah.
And you guys passed. And speaking of passing,
the wrestler Andrew Martin passed away in a pizza. Cut to the break.
Miss Elizabeth passed away when Lex.
Lucha-masks.com, in partnership with Mask Republic, give you personal protective masks to keep you Lucha strong in the fight versus COVID-19. With world-class luchadors Blue Demon Jr., the Lucha Brothers, LA Park, Ultimo Dragon, Cain Velasquez, Conan, and so much more. Head to lucha-masks.com and you too can become a masked warrior. Lucha-masks.com, powered by Pro Wrestling Revolution.
Welcome back to Asks Mats and Mayhem. The most interesting thing that we say and talk about is during the break podcast. Casey, his life falling apart.
That was just Mr. T falling off.
Oh, Mr. T is falling off the shelf.
It was Lex Luger trying to kill Casey.
And we're going to the break again. So
it's gonna hit me with that bionic forearm. Fuck.
We are. By the way, I was talking to J-Man of the Last Four Heels. He was telling me.
I have to say something as well. By the way, today.
Sure, I'll be super quick. He's telling me how one of
the UK went really crazy.
Okay.
One of his coworkers has a legit steel implant in his arm, and
like Luger.
Yeah, but apparently it doesn't make him stronger, and so. I think the guy got gypped. You can't say that because gypsy's a curse word or something.
It is. Yeah, you can't say that.
Did they use a soft metal?
I feel like
tungsten. No, not tungsten.
Should be titanium, man. That's what Luger had.
I feel like he didn't have good insurance, so they just scrapped together what they could.
It's also Tennessee. It was probably a license plate.
Aluminum.
I trust
they just
J-Man
tied on
to test this, though, so I know that his hypothesis is right.
Yes. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, Casey, you have some. We are, by the way, if anyone hasn't figured it out, foreshadowing the next sentence, we are the premier.
Oh, you can call them figures now, can't you?
And doll podcast.
Honestly, we're not even the premier figure podcast on the Lucha Central podcast. But yeah, dude, we got to talk. But see, we can talk. We could do real talk because we're not the people making this stuff, so we can shit when we need to shit.
I'm not going to shit on it, but
we can piss when we need to piss, like Byron just did during the break.
Yeah, you know what's fun? Never mind. You'll just
pissing.
You're windmilling.
Check our social media. It's going to be a BTS clip of, you ever wonder what your friends say about you when your back is turned? Too dumb not to know they're being recorded.
No, we referenced you going back and listening to it. We just didn't know you had us on speaker right now. We thought you would hear it during the editing process.
No, I definitely do enjoy that, but I had the speakers on this time. But that's also why it takes me so long to edit the show. Because
sometimes our breaks so long.
Anyway, Casey.
Yes, I hope you edited that fucking out, and I know you're not going to.
No, that's a radio technique.
So we're going to talk about a new release, a new figure release from Mass Republic. It's not really figures, but they're from Boss Fight Studio and Extreme Sets, which if you don't know Extreme Sets, they do these really cool like play sets for figure photography. They're not play sets you're going to want to like beat up and throw dudes through or anything because they're made out of high quality kind of laminated printed cardboard. But they're like super high quality. It's not like some shitty cardboard that you would get like as a mailer or something. Like it's high quality, high definition printing process, laminated, kind of nice. This is the set on our screen right now for Mass Republic. It actually has a ring in the pictures. The ring is not included. Do not think you're getting a ring. You will not get a ring. But the stage and the boxes and shit, they are included. And they have some kind of cool like Mass Republic deco here. I also have to say, if you want it without the Mass Republic deco, because what has Kevin Kleinrock done for me lately? You can also get it on Extreme Sets without the branding if you wanted it to be like a WWE background or something. But real G's are going to want it with the Mass Republic shit because you want the Lucha stuff going on.
You also want to stick some MMM show stickers somewhere on there too, I think.
Oh, yeah. We should make little MMM show stickers and then like a sticker that shows like me and you playing with the figures, but not Meef. And pieces are detachable too, like this little stage thing you can make it a wall. It's all kind of like modular. They make different stuff in different scales. And I got to tell you, if you look at the Extreme Sets website, I think it's extreme-sets.com. Don't look it up, Byron. Might be porno, but they're a company called Extreme Sets. They actually make really, really cool backdrops for stuff. Like they have kind of like Star Wars-y shit and like He-Man-y shit. And like the control room from the Transformers or like an evil base. Like they got really neat stuff. They are cardboard, but high quality printing and all this stuff costs money. So yes, it is $65. That price point is going to scare people away, I think personally, but it is what this would probably go for because these are 20 inches by 15 inches. They're big as fuck. And they've got a floor. They've got all this modular stuff. But yeah, it's all cardboard, even the accessories, but it's like high quality cardboard.
I mean, what do you call it? Yeah, you're not gonna want it like plastic or metal or anything. So,
well, if you're a little kid, you're throwing your figures around.
But these figures are collectibles, and this is to go along that
right.
That
this is for adults that just want to take a few pictures of their figures, maybe make them look like they're fucking once in a while. This is maybe whatever you're into. What I'm saying is we're not shaming you if you're making them do that.
We are the premier no judgments podcast of wrestling. Mats Mayhem.
Unless you're excited for the Luchasaurus figure because he sucks.
Okay. So that's another thing. I think I'm excited for that. I'm excited for that whole wave because I think they did. I think there's good craftsmanship. I think those figures.
Oh, they look really great. Good.
Yeah,
I just don't want any of those characters.
And I'm happy that Franky Kazarian gets one. I think Scorpio Sky definitely has. Great that he has one, but I think he's going to have a bit of a career. Moving forward, he'll probably have a few.
Kazarian's already got a TNA figure though, so it isn't his first.
Nice. But they did a great job with his in the soft goods jacket and the belts. And I'm not going to bring.
Yeah, he looks like Sloth from Goonies, just like real life.
Yeah, and then Moxley has the surprise butt sex mold face. Where
yes,
it's interchangeable on either side of that equation, which is great.
Yeah, but okay, come on. Everyone's gonna have the face where he's like, and they're gonna put an Eddie Kingston behind him.
Right.
Come on.
It's gonna be great. I can't wait till we get Eddie Kingston.
Dude, I will buy the shit out of an Eddie Kingston figure.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's looking good. Jungle Boy, to me, is the most lackluster one of the group, even though
it looks
like him.
Yeah, it's realistic, but he's just a dude in brown shorts.
They all have something going on, like Luchasaurus has just all of his details in his mask. He doesn't necessarily have accessories.
And he's going to be a really big figure probably too.
And he looks really good. And then you have Hangman with his accessories. He has a mug and a pitcher so he could double fist all the beer and whiskey that he wants. His figures look great. I'm excited for that. I know you guys also like Hangman as much
as I don't like Hangman at all, and I think that they bitched out not putting a yellow liquid inside of those to make it look like beer or piss, which is what most of us want.
You can put whatever you want in them.
So you're saying I can come over to your house and I can piss in the pitcher of your figures and have your Hangman drink my piss?
You can buy your own and do that. Sure.
I don't want to do that.
That'd be a great.
You said I could add the liquid, whatever liquid I want, to yours. You just said that.
No.
Are you lying to me now, Byron?
What? I am.
Roll the tape.
Years of friendship down the drain.
Roll the tape. Roll the tape.
Roll the tape. So I also want to show you though something that just leaked out with the AEW figures. Which
you should bring up the Santos Escobar figure so we can show off how good that is.
I gotta say also.
I will. So
Riho from Series 2.
Yeah.
Huge peg warmer now.
That's a thing, and also the
racist one.
The latest version of the Bucks also has sort of been peg warming because they are bad sculpts.
Yeah, they've been gone though. I saw like 3 Rihos today at 2 different targets. So
it's the thing is, everyone who watches the show loves her, or not everyone, but she has a strong fan base, and it's great that she had a figure. And if you're interested, you're going to pre-order or buy online. But those impulse buys, when you see something, you're like, this is super cool.
Yeah.
Just she has a belt, but they messed up her sculpt so much. Like for
me, she looks like those elf things from the Dark Crystal, bro.
At this point, I would wait until she gets a second one made of her. Although,
second one will probably look like a Gelfling. She'll probably look like a Skeksis on the next one. No, that's what the Sheeta one's gonna look like.
Not dead yet.
Oh my god, you guys.
Oh, Byron.
Dark childhood
Byron.
film, but
We gotta talk about Lucha Underground. Should we go to a break?
We will.
Are we going to talk about Lucha Underground? Nah, fuck it. Let's not do it.
We are. But first,
do we have
figure stuff? I just saw that AEW, Unrivaled, will be doing.
Those motherfuckers!
This looks dope. I can't wait to get changed. This is from
Cage?
A little bit, yeah. I think this is from the Moxley Kenny Omega Lights Out.
Yeah,
match.
It is. That's all stuff from that match. Yeah. I gotta say, by next episode, I'll have the boss fight stuff in hand, and we can talk about that.
Yeah, I wanted those, but I might hold out for this. I don't know what I'm doing. I think I just
I'll buy both.
Venmo me some money, and then I'll let you know what I buy with it. So
at Byron Fever on Venmo.
At Byron Turk on Venmo, I think.
Oh,
hold on. Throwing to the wrong one all this time. But before we
hold on, I'm checking just in case. Keep going.
So now we're going to have a figure that technically is not accurate anymore. However, for nostalgia purposes, I think when the pre-sales go up, you should pick up a Santos Escobar figure.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this cool stuff. The tattoos are there, all perfect. Look at that smirk. That's the smirk of a campeon.
Yeah, it comes with a free belt to give to your Kushida figure.
Yeah, for your Kushida figure. Look at the hands. He has some hands that hold a mic. He has the hands that are open for slapping people in the face. He has the mask.
Mm-hmm.
This is dope. Go out of your way to buy this one.
They gave him the Ultimate Warrior boots and shit.
No, there was actual boots that he wore with the roses on the side.
Damn, you are at Byron Turk on Venmo. Look, don't send him money.
Send me money. Meef, where'd he wear this outfit? What's this gear?
This is from the Cruiserweight title win against Maverick.
Ooh.
Okay.
Because I sold those trunks to some guy for Phantasma and those boots to another guy.
Thanks for the hookup. I'm wearing them right now.
Yeah. Hey, that was kind of cool that they did that video, that vignette on Santos Escobar's style. And they got into how he buys all this cool Armani stuff, sends it to his dude, and the dude adds some Legado del Fantasma flair to it.
Mm-hmm. The best one was when they did that thing with backstage with Chocolito.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, Jordan Devlin, bye-bye. Or bye-bye Devlin to the little things.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, there's...
Love Chocolatito.
Yeah. There's going to be a point when Chocolatito becomes big and powerful and strong and too old to contain...
Meef, if Hijo del Fantasma offered to adopt you so that you could be Chocolatito's brother, Vanilla Tito, would you do it?
Meef Tito?
Yeah.
No, Vanilla Tito.
No, I'm what you call it, Gasparin.
Oh yeah. So if you guys want to send Byron money on Venmo, it's at Lucha Gringo. That's the official Venmo for the show.
You can message me on Twitter at Meefloaf, and I'll give you his PayPal.
Yeah, you get send me money there. So, guys, really quick before the break, I want to run a couple things by you, or one thing by you.
What happened?
I just wanted to bring up some Impact stuff, and it's not a lot, but I'm trying to get back into Impact a bit more. Besides the AEW crossover stuff, I saw that
goddamn fool.
Su Yung came back. I thought that was kind of
Jazz was retired, didn't she?
Jazz retired on the show. She's a legend, and I think she's teaching. Look her up. But they did a thing where Su Yung came back, and they did the all like switcheroo live on stage. But because of the COVID era, no fans, they took advantage, and they did some camera tricks where Su Yung and the Susie character came out and was like, "Hey, what's up?" And then Su Yung and the Su Yung gear came out and like murdered her and came to the ring. I'm excited for that. They did some cool character work, but I love the horror cinematic element that comes with her presentation.
You need to enunciate a little more. Horror. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you like the horror part of it.
You like horror movies.
I love horror movies. I'm a horror filmmaker.
Whoa.
What?
Sex workers, Byron. That's what they officially.
No, what are you talking about?
Can't call them whores.
Anyway, so that was cool. But the big news is that they got Mauro Ranallo.
Oh wait, no! If you're a pimp, that would be your job description, wouldn't it? Technically, a whorer. You won't. If you were actually a prostitute, you wouldn't be a whorer, would you? That's the act. Which one would it be?
No.
You're the English teacher, Casey.
Yeah.
Which one would be the correct?
I don't think anyone ever uses that word that way, so I don't think it works. If you would like to create some new slang,
yes,
we could do it, but first we got to get over every other bit of slang we've ever used on this show as a t-shirt for people to buy.
Felcher. Yes. Dog felching, Byron. That is the
Yes.
What?
That's the next shirt. Teespring.com/Felch and Byron.
No. Anyway, Mauro Ranallo is announcing the Kenny Swan match, belt versus belt, and he's also doing a couple of the promos leading up to it. What do you guys think about that?
Who gives a shit?
You don't think it's cool? You don't think he's bringing a bit of name value to the program and legitimacy? To the program?
No, look, you don't get name value from an announcer. I don't care who it is, unless you dig up the corpse of Gordon Soley and have someone like use him as a puppet and be like, oh, he's wearing the crimson mask. Glug 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 glug. Oh, I'm gonna drink some more. Glug glug glug.
Do you think
that? Or Vincent
You know
Price.
what? You know what,
If they'd
Zeus?
got Vincent Price
I
to
know
do it,
that
yeah.
offended you, and I don't care. I was just trying to offend.
Do a Vincent Price announcing wrestling, Casey. Come on.
I don't do Vincent Price. That's the other host on the show. That's not me. I did, though. I do got to tell the audience if they want to hear my Howard Finkel impression to listen to the latest episode of another miserable podcast, Kong versus Godzilla, because Howard's there. Howard is there.
Was that a good movie? Should I watch it?
Yeah, dude. The first half is really fucking boring, but the second half rules and makes up for it. I gave it a 4 stars on Letterboxd. Thanks for following me on Letterboxd, Meef.
Yeah, thanks.
I don't even know what Letterboxd is.
Well, that shows a lot about you, I guess.
So it's probably called Hero Box over there.
That's true. Hold on, guys. I'm texting Justin right now, so if you could keep saying you're
going to fill the air.
Keep saying the dumb stuff that you're talking about.
Gonna kick your sorry ass out on the street. Ha 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 ha. You think you own the streets? I don't. I
always thought that was ICP singing that.
No. Look, man, this is why you're a straight up juggaho, Meef.
He's a juggaho. Oh. Right. So I think Ranallo doing that stuff. I think that's super cool, and I think it helps Impact. But
Michael Buffer, that's the
dude. All those buys that Mauro Ranallo is going to get them.
The thing is, I don't know how it converts. I think it helps with legitimacy and helps with, trending on Twitter. But I don't know how it helps. I hope the best for Impact.
Now, if they had Hugo Savanovic, then we'd be listening. But
dude, no, check it out. If they let me do it,
right?
I could at least count on you guys to at least steal the show to watch it.
Yeah.
And Justin, and Jim would watch it too, probably. Legally, Jim would watch it legally.
No, Jim couldn't. He'd be tied up. Possibly.
Literally.
Okay. So, on that note, we're going to go to break, and we'll be right back for what you came here for, our Lucha Underground review. We're going to be diving back into and all the implications set forth in this episode. God, for people
remember when yours used to look like that, Byron? In the back?
For people who are only listening, let's just say that Meef has learned how to make an asshole out of leather, and he is super proud of it.
Oh, yes, he is.
And now
Leather Lucha.
Well, if you're not watching, I assure you the video portion of this is why we are a TVMA podcast.
Yeah, all I gotta say is it's at Leather Lucha and not at Lucha Leather, because he's just another victim. He's just another victim of the tweet squatting machine. Tweet me if you can. Reply if I let you.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this and you haven't visited luchacentral.com, it's time to do it. LuchaCentral.com is the online home for Lucha Libre, where you can get all of the top news in English and in Spanish. Find the best curated video content and original content not seen anywhere else. Find when Lucha Libre events would be happening in your area. Find photo galleries from top photographers covering Lucha Libre around the world. from weekly polls to annual awards. Seen and read by top executives in all of the major Lucha Libre promotions across the globe. And on top of that, it's free. LuchaCentral.com, your centralized place for all things Lucha Libre.
And we're back, guys. Before we get into the Lucha Underground Rewind, I want to ask what you thought about the news that on the first unopposed Wednesday night, AEW got 1.2 million viewers, peaking with the Dax and Jericho co-starring Mike Tyson match at around a little over 1.4 million viewers. Incredible numbers on the show. That even though they pulled in Mike Tyson, they didn't have Cody, they didn't have Mox, they didn't have Stone Cold Steve Austin, you know what I mean? And they barely used Kenny, and they still pulled those huge numbers.
Well, you see, Byron, the reason it pulled the goddamn numbers is because they watched the Broken Skull sessions, and they wanted to see what this mealy-mouthed bastard Chris Jericho was all about.
How great was that interview?
It was pretty softball and kind of meh. I didn't think it was good.
Oh yeah, I thought it was good, but I thought just walking down memory lane was cool with both of them because
Steve, you've been around a lot longer than me, even though you just said you started the year before me.
Let's first of all, Jericho was blasted before he started, and he was drinking straight vodka, which I could sympathize with. Like, you know, and he handled very well, but like, what do you expect? He's not going out there to do a shoot interview. They're both trying to like get over, and they're both friends, you know? So like, I thought it was cool because I watched both of their careers early on when they were starting in WCW.
So now we're going to talk about Chris Benoit.
That was funny.
Remember when we wrestled for the tag belts? Me and Triple H against you and someone who shall not be named? Voldemort? What?
Anyway, I thought it was cool. I think it's worth watching because it's still historical. What they talked about their careers and everything. They don't really get into a lot of dirt. What are you going to do? But Austin's going to be on Jericho's podcast in a stunning move. You never see that happen in a podcast game.
Well, Steve, Steve. It's great to talk to you about your time in Dallas, but let's talk really quick about Blue Chew, my sponsor.
DDP really brought to you by Jericho's podcast.
His really natural throws to fucking breaks. You know, we could learn something from him.
We have great throws. Anyway, so that happened.
We just talk about murder. And I guess we did just talk about Benoit too. Never mind.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know really what there is to say because Jericho's been on record like it's horrible, and it's also horrible that an entire portion of his career got sunk with it as well. And just on a personal level, it's just horrible. It's horrible all around and complex and blah blah blah. Anyway, I don't know why. But Meef really wants Benoit back in the Hall of Fame.
Something else that was horrible
for another time.
No, guys, I got to transition, bro. Something else that was horrible. Something else that was horrible and tragic. This episode of Lucha Underground. No, I'm just kidding. This episode was great.
I thought this episode was fun. We are doing the Lucha Underground Rewind for the Masked Republic Lucha Central Podcast Network, brought to you by Kevin Kleinrock and
the cheese toast sandwich murdering bastard.
Yeah, and Travis.
Meef, it's gonna suck when Meef gets that cookbook and his recipe is replaced with microwave grilled cheese.
Oh, I would buy 100 of them if that happened. But anyway, so this episode is season 2. You can follow along on Tubi, or you could buy the episodes on iTunes or wherever. I don't know. Just find it. Use Google, right? So we're doing season 2, episode 7. Death comes in threes. Basically, we're finishing with a 3-way at the end of the show. So that's why we're doing another sort of BDSM.
I just realized I watched the wrong episode this week, so this is going to be fun.
All right, so this show kicks off with Mac with a vignette. Mac approaches Sexy Star to be in his corner against his match against the Moth. Mac's dialogue, I think, is heavily edited because you hear him say it a lot when he's not on screen, and it sounds chopped up like they had to take a specific word out of one sentence 53 times.
A word that popped the temple more than anything anyone ever said on the mic, and they still cut it off of TV.
Yeah, it got a holy shit chant that shook the floor.
Yeah. More than Aerostar diving off of a fucking scaffold.
Also, more than Mac diving off. Mac had a big match, and he did a big dive off the bleachers.
Oh yeah, in the Iron Man match.
Yeah, and that was huge. Still not as big as saying one word. Anyway, so I mean, the gist of it is Sexy scared, and Mac is like,
hey. If people are wondering what word, it's a word that Hulk Hogan made famous.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan uses it a lot. He's from Tampa.
Vitamins.
Could you imagine how dangerous is that if you actually bought that, or if that was a legit reason? Like,
and you go to Tampa and you're just saying it to everyone?
No, they did. They hosted WrestleMania with Hulk Hogan in Tampa. So could you imagine a WrestleMania, Hulk Hogan in 20,000 plus people in a stadium just yelling his word? Because that's how they speak in Tampa. That's what his excuse was.
Is that brother? Is the word brother?
Well, sort of.
Oh, fuck.
Anyway,
this is bad. I really did watch the wrong episode, you guys. Holy shit.
You remember this.
It's okay, Casey, because I didn't watch it at all. So.
Oh, sweet. Lead us through it, Byron.
We all know.
I'm going to turn the microphone off.
No, but you can still talk about stuff.
No, Byron, you just take it away. You do one-man show.
I'll help you, Byron.
Thank you. I mean, I don't need help, but I appreciate the company from one of you.
So tell me what happened.
He just told you to fuck off, Casey. He just told you to fuck off. He was like, actually, I don't need you. I'm pretty sure that's what he just said.
He did. Kind of did.
This is like what happens on Predator when we play that and Byron decides he's going to do something and runs off and gets murdered by himself.
And fucking starts stabbing fucking gas cans so they blow up on us. Yeah. He does that shit in Fortnite too. God damn it.
Anyway, I've been hunting lately. By the way, this.
I need to get back on that.
Yeah, this Lucha Underground Rewind is brought to you by Predator Hunting Grounds on the PlayStation 4 network.
But if you play us, it'll be Humping Grounds, and you'll be the one getting humped.
Survive if we let you.
Stop. Yeah, we should get back into that. Look us up. Tweet us. I'm at Byron Fever on PlayStation. Let's play some.
Yeah, I'm Lucha Gringo on PlayStation. Yeah, and you'll fucking die.
I was trying to get that. I was trying to get that on my computer to stream.
It's actually Predator Hunting Grounds. I don't know how much it is because when something's on sale and you already have it, it doesn't tell you.
Yeah,
but it's on sale right now. It's
$10
spring sale.
It's worth a buy. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
I got to pick up that Young Dutch DLC, dog.
Yeah, man. There's a lot. I went around shooting stuff yesterday.
Last year.
Oh, we had a good run. We affected change in that world for a while because
we bought Justin a PS4 so that Byron wouldn't be the worst at the game.
I appreciate that.
And then Byron soon became still the worst at the game.
Justin in that shitty little backpack.
Oh no! Because you stopped playing, Casey. You got a lot better. Me and Justin played a lot of games by ourselves. Yeah.
Yeah, but I stopped playing as much because I had to start doing this.
And we came up with a great tactic of not only just running around with knives on Predator, me hiding on top of shelving whilst Predator ran into a room, and then I would stand in doorways and stop Predator from escaping.
Yeah, no, that was great. That was great. And then you just stab, and the Predator was like, I know, whatever. And
he's trying to get past me. I'm just like, no, I'm just going to block every move.
Speaking
Goalkeeper.
So let's get through this episode because maybe we want to
please
Predator. So this vignette, Mac is talking to Sexy Star. Mac is not an actor and he's doing his best, and I applaud him for it. And I still love that this is still more speaking time on camera given to him than Ricochet has had in the entire time. Prince Puma leading up.
God, I had a whole bitch shooting on Ricochet, but it's for the wrong fucking episode. I hope I remember it next week.
Yeah, I hope so too. So also, for me, the notable thing of this is the Mac is out here in his Randy Orton formal outfit, a t-shirt and your
pants,
tights. And
he is shirt cocking it.
He's sure cocking it. He's standing up. Sexy Star is sitting down. So when you have Sexy Star's shot in the foreground is the Max junk poking up from under his t-shirt. Usually on a production when I'm filming and you get a shot like that, you usually do it another time. You definitely do it that sort of shot at least once. And you're laughing to yourself, there's no way they're going to use this. But this is hilarious.
I feel like it's what Delusions of Morons needed, honestly.
We needed more growing foregrounds, but that's what, the next production that we're going to try to do should have. It should only be that. Also only be all the other
You should come and film on Bodmin at malls. Then do the Beast of Bodmin. That's what you should do. Film about the Beast of Bodmin, which is supposed to be an escaped panther.
Ooh, I like it.
I don't want to get messed up by a panther.
No, we just fucking get like Bengala.
Yeah, I'll get Ricky. Yeah, I got Ricky's contact. We'll do it. Let's do it.
All right, that sounds good. Let's book it. All right, so that leads to a match, which is Mac versus Marty the Moth. Sexy Star is ringside. Stuff happens. It's fun. And then the lights dim. Music happens, which you don't hear live, which is super cool. And then Mariposa shows up, and Sexy Star is scared.
Mariposa shows up dancing to non-existent music when we're sitting there in the crowd, and it makes it even more weird and creepy.
Yeah. And then Marty wins with a second rope curb stomp, which is pretty dope. So that's the match, and that happens. And that
I can't remember though. Was there a Mankind chant that got edited out here?
There was when Marty came out, there was a no means no chant, which to me was kind of cringy. There's just some elements of like just really horrible wrestling fandom that was in the process of getting phased out during the Lucha Underground run, and that's one of them.
Oh, you'd hate being in England.
Byron started that chant.
I wasn't there, I don't think.
Wait, were you?
I don't know.
So we had a professional footballer, Byron, who had sexual relations with a 15-year-old. So he got sent down to prison, right?
Okay.
So what we sing at football matches when we face his former club is... It's Adam Johnson's going down for nonsense. You're a paedophile. You're a paedophile.
Well, that's cool to chant that.
You're went down for nonsense. You're a paedophile. It's fantastic. Yeah.
So the next thing
Jimmy Savile fingered your mum. That's another one.
Jim Rome.
Jimmy Savile. He was a famous 70s paedophile.
That's cool.
Oh, yeah. Children's TV icon. He's basically their version of Mr. Rogers, but their version of Mr. Rogers diddled kids.
Yeah. In hospitals.
Sick kids.
And possibly dead people.
Right.
They can't say no.
But they can't say yes, which makes it automatic no. We all know that.
And once the police stopped him, and he was in the back of a car with a girl, and he goes to the policeman, "What time is it?" And he goes, "It's 5 to 12, sir." And he goes, "Oh, good, 5 more minutes."
Oh,
till she was legal. Yeah, till she was 16.
Oh,
yeah.
And that's who they named David Seville, the owner of the Chipmunks, after. That's actually not true. That's not true.
Okay.
Well,
anyways,
or is it?
So the next back to Lucha. As much as I want to go down this rabbit hole, back to Lucha. So the match is over. Marty wins. Distraction win. And then stuff happens. And then we have a vignette about Phoenix. They're using a lot of his cool shots, and he's telling us who he is, and he's hyping up the feud with Mil Muertes. Then we have
banger of a match if you watch the wrong episode. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. And then you have the vignette now.
We have to call Casey Aerostar.
We have this legendary vignette leading to the nunchuck match where Jack is peeing in the bathroom. Lots of bathroom vignettes. Drago shows up and goes, "Hey man, you're talking some shit. Why don't you say it to my face?" And then PJ Black shows up and he's like, "I don't like you now." And so it's a 2-on-1 fight. They all have nunchucks, and 2-on-1.
Drago actually said, "Hey, old man," to Jack Evans.
Yeah. That's funny.
That's kayfabe for Drago.
So then,
He is only 19.
So they fight,
And
and then they get it's 2-on-1, and then Aerostar shows up and does some nunchucks in the dark.
Laser nunchucks.
His laser nunchucks don't actually show up on camera, really, which is disappointing. But still, you know they're there, so you know it's cool.
Yeah.
And they become friends. That's like the super friends beginning to form. That's a cool segment, though. And then after that, you have this no DQ match: Cage versus Johnny Mundo. Mundo gets replaced by Taya, making her in-ring debut, I believe.
Oh, fuck, I missed this match.
Oh, how could I miss this match? Of all weeks as well. Oh, my God.
Especially Taya's making her debut in NXT, so you know she's going to be doing the soft NXT crap. This is a match to watch. They give each other hell. Cage is amped up. He yells to the crowd, "Who's the fucking machine?" It stays in broadcast. The announcers, Vampiro and Stryker, are both like, "Oh, hey," you know, they were taken back by it. It was a great match, and also that one iconic moment in it when Cage does his inside to outside superplex on the ropes, but they do it through the two. He does it. It's usually outside to in, but he did it inside to out and dropped Taya through 2 tables ringside.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible. And Taya proved that she was.
Eric Van Wagenen shit his pants during this match and was freaking out because he thought it was too much. Yeah. Yeah. He even came over to us and he's like, "Was that too much?" And we're like, "No, that shit was awesome." He's like, "I think that might have been too much." Yeah. We're like, no.
The thing is, asking you guys what's too much is possibly not a good idea. Because
because the table could have been on fire.
That's a high bar.
Yeah.
That is a high bar to reach
like, Eric,
before going, actually, Eric, that might not be good.
Eric, have you seen Cannibal Holocaust?
Right.
Yeah.
No, that table could have been on fire.
Death?
Yeah.
Could have been on fire. Could have been thumbtacks.
It could have been glass panes.
Yeah, it could have been glass.
On the show.
It could have been glass cut with barbed wire actually put all the way through it when it was plied together.
It could have been exploding glass like Onita wanted to do, and they're like, "No, if you actually did this match, you would die." We wanted to do a match in an exploding glass cage called the Wonder Crush Death Match, where you could basically watch him glass bottom boat himself to death.
I don't think that would be good. This was tremendous. Just go and watch this match. It might even be just the match on YouTube. Look it up. Fantastic.
Yeah, Taya did awesome. This match ruled. Yeah.
Yes. It's the reason, I think we loved Taya before this, but this was like the big reason why I think the whole world fell in love with Taya.
Yeah. Yeah, and it definitely showed, especially with him.
And it was a big Lucha Underground moment, I think, as well, like for this show.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. When they were doing intergender matches in Lucha, this was a really big moment of, I guess, the exact opposite of everything a Sexy Star match was.
Yeah. It's fun to have them on the same show. You know,
I wonder if they're going to have a great match later on in the series where it's about counting to 10, but the one married to a boxer can't. We'll find out. After
Not
that,
just married to a boxer. It was a boxer.
And she was a boxer. But that was after the match, I think.
Yeah, she wasn't married yet. Oh no, she was married, but she wasn't boxing yet.
Yeah, so maybe that's why her boxing career was short-lived. So after that, we have another famous speed commercial. These are super awesome. 4, 2, 3, get fame. Get fame.
Jobber to a robber. Jobber to a robber.
It's so good. Then we have another vignette with the Unlikely Trio. They're doing some stuff. Anything else you guys want to know about that segment?
Oh, if they lose, they get fired, apparently, because the commentators mentioned that on the episode I watched.
That's probably it.
Yeah. If they lose, they get fired.
Great shot of Evelice's tattoo.
Passing about.
Anyway, Angelico, by the way, I'm a big fan of his, but he's a full wrestler gimmick on the show wearing free Lucha Underground merch anytime he's on camera, which I appreciate. Anyway,
was it his own though? Was this his own version that he did to sell?
Yeah, because if it's green, he had to make it himself.
The hat was a green logo, but the shirt was like a gray Lucha Underground shirt. That was probably one of the newer ones. They're selling.
Nice. He's fucking brothered out then. Yes.
He's brothered up. So after that, now we have the big three-way between Penta, Mill, and Prince Puma. Great match.
Wrong person won.
I don't know, man.
Prince Puma win.
I mean, it's always it's always disappointing and unrealistic when Penta doesn't win. Mm-hmm. But Mill was on a super tear, and after he picked up the win, Phoenix came down with the Gift of the Gods belt and said, "I have a match against you next week, Cabron. I'm gonna win." Anyway,
and he does. Spoilers on both counts because I watched that and it's a great match.
Wasn't even allowed to use.
Yeah, but it's because he won. Phoenix and Cuerno have something in common because when Phoenix wins the belt, he loses at the next show too.
So that's a great show. Next
two shows away from Aztec Warfare, my friends. 2 shows away
from Aztec Warfare. That you definitely want to watch that. You definitely want to catch the Taya and Cage match from this episode.
Beautiful match, yes.
The three-way with Penta.
On that note, stay calm and stay in the mix.
But you definitely want to watch the next week's match with Mill and Phoenix. That's going to be great.
Penis.
So I think we've covered everything. I'm going through my notes. Do you guys have anything else?
Yeah. I got something to say, Byron.
Oh my God. Where's this voice coming from? Is it from Red Hook district of Brooklyn?
I got something to say here, Byron, and it is stay calm and beat me if you can. Survive if I let you.
This is what he says to his penis.
Just another victim of the human suplex machine.
Stay calm and stay in the mix.
Penis.